and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo GameCube. Alright my friends, so let's go to Lake Hylia. We're going to be doing the Water Temple. That's the next destination for us. We're going for the next medallion. And I haven't properly been to Lake Hylia yet, so it'd be a good chance to get a proper look at that. So here we are. Not the best representation of what it looks like because it's kind of all sort of, I don't know, drained. All the water's gone, and that's all due to Ganondorf, of course. Who would have guessed? But what you need to do here, and get used to going into your menu screen because you're going to be doing that a lot, put the iron boots on, because the way that you enter this dungeon is by using the iron boots and the hook shot. You need those two in conjunction with each other. And I will be putting on my Zora tunic in a minute, because I realise I can't breathe underwater. I'm not that magical without it. Alright, but here we are. I hate this dungeon. Raise your hands if you hate this dungeon. Wow, that's a lot of hands. Oh dear, a friend of mine has got their N64 copy of this game and they're still here. They're just, every time they load up the game, they just arrive here. So the way I like to do this dungeon is I like to always start from the bottom and work my way up. So put the iron boots on, sink all the way to the very bottom. I should really put on that blue tunic now, shouldn't I? There we go. My oxygen levels kind of depend on it. Right, okay, so first of all we have to come down here because we're going to meet a certain somebody. It's Princess Rudo! And she's stayed pretty darn loyal to us over the last 7 years because she still is engaged to us, even though we've been frozen for 7 years. Link's face says it all. So she's been waiting for 7 long years. That is commitment for you. So she's just going to give us, you know, the rundown basically. Stuff that we already pretty much know. And, just a little bit of history and knowledge, I suppose. This is like a little educational session that we're having underwater in the middle of the water dungeon. I don't really understand, but we're doing it. So, yeah. We have to help her destroy the evil monster to get the medallion. She couldn't just, you know, give that to us now. But then she's not the sage yet, is she? She has to die first. But then my argument would be, where the hell does she go? Because when she floats to the top, she's nowhere to be seen. That much I find a little bit creepy. So, I don't really understand where she goes. She may already be dead. That may be a vision of some kind. That may be some sort of spiritual apparition. But anyway, we have to go right to the very top. And there's a good reason for that. We have to change the water levels. And you might as well get used to that. Because in this entire dungeon we're going to be playing Zelda's Lullaby more times than we can count and changing the water levels more times than we can count as well. So the first one up here changes the water level all the way down to the very bottom, which is where we need to begin. If you want to get the map, you can go through here and get it. I'm not going to bother. I actually know this dungeon fairly well, so hopefully I won't have to come back and get it. If only we could bounce off of that wall. There is another key up the top there that we can get. But never mind that. Let's start off by doing something that's much quicker than using the arrows here, because you can shoot them through that fire to get the little torches there, but I like to just use Din's fire. That does exactly the same thing, if not easier and quicker. Just with the cost of a little bit of magic. So not too bad. These guys are little oyster type things that can attack and kill you. What the heck? Seriously? I did that right. Is this one immortal or something? I'm playing by the rules. There you go. Cheating oyster. Cheating killer oyster. Alright, I've seen it all now. Grab some arrows and grab the first key. Okay, yeah, get used to grabbing small keys in this dungeon. You're going to be doing it a lot. There's probably, I don't know, close to 10 keys maybe in this entire dungeon. But we had to change the water level for a reason. If we come over here, just jump down here, The weight of you will actually take you down, so you won't have to do anything just yet. We don't actually have to be here just yet, so leave this one for now. We need to come back with the long shot for this. So I just like to go around and just check everything on the bottom level and think, right, okay, I've checked everything and there's nothing that I can currently do here. So I work my way all the way to the top, and then I know that I've checked everything. Because this is the dungeon that people typically get lost in. They seem to forget one of the keys, or they miss a room out. My philosophy is just check everything. Don't miss a single room. If you're on the bottom level, check everything on the bottom level, and then you just cannot go wrong. So same rule applies here. If you want to just dive, you don't have to equip the iron boots. You can just go ahead and do that. You won't start taking damage or anything like that. You'll be fine. And there you go. And this is to get another small key. So as you can see, there's a Tektite over there. We're probably just going to leave that, because it's only going to come back if we kill it anyway. So go ahead and jump on this little water current here. And there you go. Now let's see. Oh yeah, of course. This is beautiful, isn't it? We've got a rotating water current in this room with a little statue of a dragon that's sort of conjoined with the wall. A little bit weird. But we have to use the iron boots to land on its tail. So go ahead and do that now. And make sure that you have your hook shot equipped for this as well, because you can use it underwater, which is very good. And you have to do that because the dragon's mouth says it all. Do this quick because you are on a time limit. And if you want to, try and get under here without being attacked. Normally they do attack you because they're in the most annoying place possible. I actually did that without getting attacked, so that's quite nice. They don't do that much damage anyway. Just a nuisance. But all of this for another key. Yeah, okay. So this switch is here, just to help you get back again. Like that. Right. Oh, the beauties of this dungeon. I can think of many. Many good things, I suppose. Alright. So I'm going to have to get used to going into the menu screen. That's why I like to leave it on the screen with the boots and the sword and everything like that. There you go. Try and get into the corner. The water current isn't as strong there, because you can go around in circles for a long time there. Now I am going to take out this Tektite because they're always put in the most annoying places, and that one's gone. Okay, I'll take that gladly and just use the hook shot to get over there. I have to admit though, this dungeon does come with a pretty good reward. We do get the long shot here. That's a very nice thing indeed. And I've come here with some knowledge about Dark Link that I've picked up over the years. I found some pretty interesting ways of fighting him. You can use the Megaton Hammer, you can use Din's Fire, there's certain things you can do. But I currently know a very good way to beat him without him attacking you at all. And I'll show that off later on, but there is a way to do it. And it's quite cool, and it's really funny. And if you come back here with 3 hearts, you can actually defeat Dark Link with 1 hit as well. I'll explain all that later on, but it's pretty funny, because Dark Link is quite an intimidating character, and overall just very strong and annoying to fight, so yeah. Alright, so while we're here, you can see there's a little crack in the floor there, so of course you know what that means, you need bombs for that. Killing Dark Link in 1 hit only really works though if you have, 3 hearts, because Dark Link shares the same health as you do. So if you come back here with as many hearts as I have, which is 12, Dark Link is going to have 12 hearts as well. And the Master Sword, it does, a fair amount of damage, but the Begoron Sword does twice as much damage as the Master Sword does. So there's a little freebie as to how I'm going to fight him later on, but I'll show that all off later on. First of all, I need to get there, and look at that, I could see right through the freaking thing. Oh yeah, I remember. This is completely optional. This is for a gold sculpture. If I step on this switch, it raises this little dragon head type thing. In fact, I will do that because I'm here now, and it would be kind of pointless to go back. I would normally leave this, to be honest with you. Just going to take out the Tektites first. There we go. Now make sure that you've got the spin attack for this, because it actually does damage from afar. Like that. it hits the switch for you even though you couldn't reach it. But there is a gold sculpture in here, so if you want to grab that, go ahead and do so. There we go, destroyed the bottle as well. Too many bombs. Too many arrows. Too little time for this annoying dungeon. Right, okay, again with the menu screen. Dear oh dear. I'm trying to think of all the dungeons in this game and what one would have to come under the most annoying one. And this one, I tell you something, wow. This douchebag here is making it very interestingly easy to decide. Fuck off. Wow, my goodness, what an annoying piece of shit. I might actually kill you for this. Come on, open up your mouth. You go to hell. Dear oh dear oh dear, I was not expecting to take that much damage from a freaking oyster. Okay. Oh boy. There are some fairies in this place. Maybe I'll pick one of them up, but I should be okay. Oh dear. I'm not really doing any glitches either. That's never really been my sole intent for playing through this game. I'm playing through it normally. I know there are some glitches, like for example in the Forest Temple, there's a glitch that takes you all the way to Phantom Ganon. That's completely optional if you want to, you know, exploit the game like that. But I'm just playing it purely for the fun and playing it all the way through. I've never really understood too much about breaking games like that, to tell you the truth. Like, there's a speed run of Pokemon Yellow in 0 seconds, and I'm just like, why don't you just play the game, you know? I mean, it's quite a cool achievement, sure, but why don't you play it, you know? Give the game the play that it deserves. That's my philosophy anyway. I know everybody won't exactly share those views, but my opinion, my sole opinion. Alright, so, as you saw there, one of them blocks rose as we rose the water level, which means that there's something down here. So let's go ahead and find out what. So like here for example, something appears and you're like, okay, should I come back to it? I could have come back to that, but you know what, if I go somewhere else I might change the water level there, so I'm gonna do this now. Oh boy. Get rid of these guys first. I'm not being funny or anything, but these ones can actually be a little bit more tedious to deal with. Because these guys stay put and you can kind of time things a little bit better. What the hell are you doing? Oh, come on, man, really? You've got to be so specific when you attack these things. There you go, right. And that one opens up the second hatch. So we have to come up this way now. And I'm just wondering if I'm going to mess up during this dungeon. Maybe somewhere along the line I will. Maybe somewhere. But so far I'm doing things by the books. Yeah, here's another key. So there's another example of something that you can't pass up. You see, I changed the water level, the block rose, there was something there. I could have missed it, but I didn't. I chose to go back and get it instead. And you've got to do that in this place. Because if you don't, it will punish you. So we have 2 more keys. I've changed the water level, and there's a good thing that I can do now that means that we have to go back to the first room that we went in with the torches outside the front. A little bit of backtracking involved in this place as well. It can be quite tedious at times. Look at that, I can see right underneath the dungeon. That's pretty crazy. Right, so find the door to this place now. Where the hell is it? There it is. Because we have to exit this now. There's only so much we can do in this room so far. It's like a little mini water tower that we can go inside. Now you would think, okay, cool, I can go in this locked door here. You can, sure. But there's something else that you can do. So where is it at the bottom there that we need to find them torches? The torches are always your go-to. So they should be roughly down here. Because if you remember, I tried to knock myself back into the room. I couldn't do it because the wall wouldn't allow me to ricochet off of it. But now that water level is halfway up, we can just float up to it, no problems at all. Okay, and this is actually quite an easy piece to miss. Not a piece, sorry, a key to miss. A lot of people end up forgetting about this one because they raise the water level up and they miss this because this is right at the bottom. You have to go to the bottom to get to this, so people aren't going to want to go back to get another key that's hiding all the way up here. It's a little bit annoying, but that's what you've got to do. Otherwise you are not making it very far in this place at all. Oh man, I wish there was a way to just equip these iron boots another way. Believe me, if there was, I would be using it. I mean, I'm glad that they incorporated that into the 3DS version. That was a very, very smart move on Nintendo's part. Okay, right, so now we can do the mid-section. And we're going to be getting closer to Dark Link now, which is where I'll be showing off my little technique for fighting him. So as you can see, there's a key over here now, a locked door that is, that requires a key. But I have 3 of them now, so make sure that at this point in the dungeon you've got 3 keys, because you're only going to get so far before you end up needing another key. So, what I'm going to do here, believe it or not, this goes back to what I said about the Tektites. They wait for you at the right moment, and there you go. So you'd be going up on this little water area here. This water jet would take you up, and then that Tektite would take you down. And you'd have to do the entire thing again. And that's incredibly annoying. So I don't want to do that. I want to kill the Tektites first. And I don't really have a lot of health to spare, because I nearly got killed by a oyster. That, to be honest with you, is kind of embarrassing in this place, because that typically does not happen. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to change the water level to its highest level. That's why this one's at the top. Wherever these little sort of portraits are on the walls, the little inscriptions or whatever, when they're on the walls, that tells you where the water level is going to go. Now I am tempted to activate Furora's Wind here. You can if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to. What the heck happened there? Did I go through that Tektite? I wanted to kill it. Oh boy, it's going to hit me, isn't it? It's going to hit me. Oh no, there's another one there, though. His brother's come to play. That's great. That's great news. Right, okay, so now as you can see, there's another locked door here. So you would only have made it this far, and then there would have been another locked door on the side there, right at the end. And you would have thought, what the heck do I do here? This is where you would have got lost, and it would have probably been in that place where I said to go. That's where everybody normally gets called out. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have the hookshot equipped for this. I'm actually going to keep this on me now because it's our most important friend. And you're going to want to just wait for the right moment to latch onto one of these little platforms here. Come on, don't make me do this again. No! Oh, sorry, we're going back down now. Haha, victory. Alright. Nearly at Dark Link. This is really when things start getting a little bit more interesting in this place, because this part actually tends to be the most, I would say, time-consuming part of the dungeon. It's getting to the halfway point and getting the long shot, and now you can do a lot more things with that, so we actually have to get there first though. That's the part that becomes a little bit tedious for us. There we go. See, here you need another key. But it's okay, because we come here. And this is a little bit of an easy puzzle, depending on how you go about doing it. You can see very straight away that you have to hit that switch in the middle like that. And what that does is that raises all the dragon heads in the room. Now that's pretty cool, because you can just go ahead and lower them down again. And you may think, why would you do that? Well, the answer's simple. You have to do that to get over the first one over here, the second one rather, and then you have to get over to the third one, which means that you need the hook shot for that. And you see where I'm coming from. There's some sort of rinsing and repeating exercise going on here, and then we have to do it again just to get on top of the dragon's head. And then we have to raise the dragon's head just to go up. And that's really annoying, to tell you the truth. Gives off the impression that this place is difficult in terms of puzzles, but it's really not. This game in general plays on that, actually, making things that are very time consuming seem difficult, and they're really not. There you go. You can throw bombs at these if you want. I'm just going to because it's in a very obscure place. There you go. And then you can go ahead and just jump over like this. Did he drop anything? Yeah, he dropped some rupees for us. That's pretty cool. There you go. Right, is there anything in these pots for us? Some magic, okay, beautiful I suppose, and extra magic that serves no purpose. That's not so good. Right, okay, the moment of triumph. We are at the battleground that happens featuring Dark Link. Are you guys going to want to see how I fight Dark Link? If so, please return for more. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It would be great to see more of you guys around. And I hope to see you in the next episode, where we fight Dark Link and clear this entire temple. Alright guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.